Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is The Novelty Corner and welcome to another reading vlog. Those of you with eagle eyes might know when, and might just recognize my attire from when I am starting this particular vlog. It is actually immediately after I finished my Christmas in July vlog, so I'm still decked out in warm gear because it is freezing and raining today. I've finished my Christmas in July reading vlog and I'm jumping straight into the vlog for annotating my copy of the rest of the story by Bauer. And this vlog may not necessarily be long, but I thought I would show you some of the bits and pieces of my annotation as I go along. I don't know how this one's going to go. I'm not using tabs in this because this is what I'm going to be sending. So I'm just using pens and highlighters and Bree stickers. So these are her little annotating stickers. I'm using pink because there is a spot for when I send this for people to choose different colors to annotate with, just so you can recognize who's using what. And yeah, I've only just read the first couple of pages and am going through it, so yeah, I thought I would bring you along on the journey, show you some things that I filled in. Hopefully it's interesting. I don't know how many people are going to be interested in this kind of process. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything wild. When I get my next Star Wars from a Certain Point of View book later in the year, because there's one coming out I think in October, I will do another video then, because the Star Wars books I tend to go a bit wild in and have a bit of fun with. So those ones aren't being sent to other people, so I can take up as much space as I like, etc. And yeah, as I'm going through this process and annotating a book each month, if you're interested, I'm very happy to film it. Let's dive into it. I mean, let's be clear, this book needs no introduction from me. Role-playing is just here because I need something to lean the book on while I'm working. Sorry for the shadow. So this traveling book sticker is from Bree's shop. If she's still got them available, I will leave them linked in the description. So it's just an opportunity to fill it in. I'm going first, I'm just putting July 2023. So Bauer did put in the content warning for survivorship. I'm putting in the other bits and pieces that I have picked up on, and I'm hoping that anyone else who picks up on things that I don't pick up on will add to it. And yeah, so far I've done a little bit of highlighting and annotating, not too much. Only up to page 5, but I'm going to keep reading. Okay, so I've really not been vlogging this very well. I'm this far into the book. I wanted to point out a couple of things. A lot of what I'm pointing out, like some are just reactions to quotes and things like this, but some of them are reactions to characters and things like that. So, you know, in chapter 2, where I really started to recognize that Morgan as a character is just amazing. You know, here is where I fell in love with Morgan as a character, who is bisexual, by the way. Like some stuff's just highlights and reactions. I mean, frankly, I could highlight everything. Like Shay and Morgan meeting, things that just, you know, made me feel things. I'm using Bree's stickers as well. You know, just general thoughts and feelings. And I'm conscious because I went back and at the start of the book I did put in a note that I could have highlighted just about everything in this book, and I totally still could. Like there's things like Kathy and Morgan's relationship, which you work out really quickly is a really important relationship in here. You know, sometimes you just need a symbol. My favorite one. Bunch of teenagers on NHL contracts going to IKEA. Sounds like hell, honestly. And then there's, you know, larger chunks. Like this entire section, I forget which chapter this is, but this entire section is when I became so interested in hockey as a sport that I had to go out and learn more about it. I started researching it and started watching games and trying to understand it because of a scene in this book. Not just because I was reading hockey romances, because this book made me want to understand the game because of the way they talk about it. And over here, like I'm going to cover it up, that's a spoiler. But, you know, learning the motivations of a character. Like I love this book so much and I'm having fun annotating it. Would I probably be writing a whole lot more if it was just mine and it wasn't going to other people? Yeah, probably, because there would be no room left for anyone else to write in it. Not because I'm withholding thoughts. So when I get back, I'll probably add to it. But yeah, this is where we are at the moment. So I'm done annotating this, and I think I stopped crying about like 10 minutes ago. I'm not lying. Like from page 299 onwards in here, I'm just a puddle. Like I'm a mess. I'm a mess because everything that happens, like then there's a lot that happens. I've talked about this a lot. There's a lot of content warnings in here, and there's a lot of implied things that have happened to characters in here, and it all comes out. Like we get some of it at the start, and then we get the rest of it at the end of the book. And yeah, and then I cry all the time, like without fail. Like I've read this 4 times now. I'm still crying when I read it, and I know what's coming. I know what's happening, and I'm just, Bauer knows how to tug at your heartstrings. But this was really fun annotating it. I enjoyed it a lot, and I think, look, there were times when I was sort of holding back on adding things, like just stupid little things, which I will probably, after I send this around and have people annotate it, I will probably come back and do it again. I think every time I read a book, I read it with a slightly different lens, and so I have different thoughts on it, and so even when I'm just using tabs, I keep adding things on rereads. So just love this book so much. So yeah, I'm going to edit this video and post it. I know it's not a long one, but hopefully you enjoyed sort of seeing the process and some of the comments. I know I don't go totally crazy like doing drawings and things like that. There are specific books that I will do that with, but it's not this one. This one is just basically my love fest with this book. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Feel free to let me know your thoughts down below. Do you want to see more of these? I'm planning on annotating a book a month, or trying to annotate a book a month. So if you'd like me to keep filming these processes and seeing snippets of my commentary, just let me know. Otherwise, feel free to leave a snow emoji down below. I hope that wherever you're in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.